Toastmaster Raghu.
Thank you, contestant and Toastmaster Mayuri. Robin Sharma, the author, once said, the discipline is lesser than the pain of regret. So, with your speech as a message, I could clearly see that you were able to give us that right message of enjoying the family and living in the present. As a part of my review, I would like to divide it into 3 portions: reward, respond, and review. So when you started your speech, I could clearly see that you started with an emotional point of how many times did you really feel like hugging and kissing your mother. And then when I looked at the hand gesture, it was you were clasping it very tightly, as if you were, and that struck a very emotional chord with me as a listener. From a review front, what I realized is that clasping went on for a longer duration and longer duration into your speech. So which sort of gave me an impression that was a little bit more reserved and it could have been avoided. Coming on to the next part in your speech, I really like the visualizations, the words that you use for visualizations, especially when you're talking about Amitabh Bachchan's context, and also the 4 walls of health, spirit, family. So when you're talking about those content, I was able to clearly visualize those and how they would really make my life better. So from a recommendation perspective, what I would say that if you give more specific examples on how you can implement it and how can those impact your life, that would have made your speech a little more impactful. Coming to the eye movement, and when you really started off giving your speech, so you really had a very active eye movement when you're talking about the emotional part, as in when you're talking about your grandparent and the kid was talking to you regarding the medicine. So I felt that every word that you spoke was said with feeling. But on the review front, what I realized was you were trying to look more towards more down, and it slightly gave a feeling that you were slightly distracted. So I would recommend you in your next assignment that you would look down on a lesser number of times, so that and you maintain the eye contact more with the audience. And yeah, pretty much that. And thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Please take a minute to fill your ballot sheets.